Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm talking about why the Los Angeles Rams will win Super Bowl 57. This is the final video in the series where I'm talking about every major Super Bowl contender for this season and some of the reasons why I think they will win Super Bowl 57, or at least do very well in the playoffs. So, this one's about the Los Angeles Rams, the defending Super Bowl champions. Let's get right into it. First of all, we have the running back room. Last year, Cam Akers came out in the first game of the season. He had a phenomenal year the previous year, and he had a great playoff run. And a lot of people were excited to see him play next year with the Rams. And then he got injured very early in the year, and that took him out basically most if not the whole season. He came back in the playoffs, and he didn't look like himself. He averaged about 2.5 yards per carry. It just didn't look amazing, but I think that having a full offseason to rest and get healthy is going to bring Cam Akers back to the position that he wants to be in. He needs to be in to be the star running back for the Rams. They also have Darrell Henderson, who has had a pretty solid career so far. He's now with the Rams, and he had a great season last year as the starting running back. This is his, I believe, third year in the league with the Rams. Last year he had 688 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.6 yards a carry the last couple of seasons, and he's a very solid second-string running back or first-string running back, depending on who gets the starting job. I think that having this two running back field is always a positive thing, though, and I think that this is going to be a great 1-2 threat. Next, obviously, on offense, we have Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp set records last year, and not only was he the second wide receiver ever to get the Triple Crown, he was the second wide receiver to get the Triple Crown and a Super Bowl MVP for their entire career. Jerry Rice is the only other player to get the Triple Crown and the Super Bowl MVP in their career. Kupp did it in one season. Jerry Rice had it in consecutive years. Kupp had it in the same season. Nobody else has ever done it, never mind having it in the same year. He had a phenomenal regular season and playoff performance, and him and Matthew Stafford have a connection that hits different. Stafford throws the ball a lot more than Jared Goff did, so that gives Kupp more opportunities than he had with Jared Goff as the starting quarterback. But I think that these two just work together, and they train together. They do everything together. And Matthew Stafford and Kupp have both talked about in interviews how much stuff they actually do together to prepare for games and to get ready for last season, and how much it showed off. And I think that they're definitely continuing to do that, continuing to keep up that relationship, and continuing to ball out together. So I think that I'm excited to see what Kupp and Matthew Stafford come up with this year that is new and different and exciting. And I think that they're going to challenge everyone that goes against them this year as well. Again, with Matthew Stafford, he's been an underrated player most or all of his career. He started off his career with Megatron, Calvin Johnson, and they didn't do a whole lot because it's the Detroit Lions and they're cursed. But they had some good seasons. They made it to the playoffs a couple of different times. Megatron made it to the Hall of Fame already. Matthew Stafford is still playing, and Stafford has a 5,000-yard season under his belt. He has a Pro Bowl appearance. He should have multiple Pro Bowl appearances because he had a season with 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns where he just wasn't nominated to the Pro Bowl. And Stafford just hasn't been able to get the recognition he deserves because he's never been on a good team, ever. He came to the Rams. He's like, "Yo, I need a job." He performed much better than most people expected. The Rams had been looking for that quarterback, that guy that could take them all the way. Jared Goff brought them to the Super Bowl, but he wasn't able to get over the hump. And the combination between Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, the defense that they've built, the offensive weapons that they have, Cooper Kupp, it's just worked. And I think that Matthew Stafford's veteran poise and his knowledge of the game is really starting to show. And I think that he's a better quarterback and game manager and everything than people gave him credit for. And I think that it's really starting to show now. Moving on to the defense. This is a defense that just gets better and better and better every season. You have Bobby Wagner Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey. And all of these players have had multiple Pro Bowls and All-Pros in their career. Bobby Wagner is the newest addition to the squad. He's from the Seattle Seahawks, and him and Aaron Donald have been the two of the best defensive players in the league for most of their careers. And one of the things that people are saying that Bobby Wagner is getting old, that last year wasn't as good or as dominant as the rest of his career, but even if it's not, he still has six All-Pros and 8 Pro Bowls worth of experience. He's still one of the best, if not the best, middle linebacker in the league currently. He still had his most tackles in a season last year, second most solo tackles in a season last year. He's playing out of his mind still, even though he isn't maybe at his prime or currently the best in the league. And now the Rams have a All-Pro player at all 3 levels of the defense. They have Aaron Donald on the line, they have Bobby Wagner as linebacker, and they have Jalen Ramsey at cornerback. And having that triple threat defensive combination is insane. All of these players also have Super Bowl experience. Bobby Wagner's been to the Super Bowl twice. He has multiple playoff interceptions as a linebacker. Aaron Donald almost won Super Bowl MVP last year, but he made the play when it counted when he needed to. Jalen Ramsey, again, been to 2 Super Bowls just like Aaron Donald has. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. They know what it's like to be in the big game. Bobby Wagner has 16 playoff games of experience in his career, playing with Russell Wilson, playing with those Seattle teams. And I think it's definitely going to show when the playoffs come around this year, the experience of this defense, and defense wins championships. And that's something that I definitely live by when I talk about sports, is defense wins championships. Especially looking at that Rams Super Bowl against the Patriots that Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey were in. The Patriots defense made more stops, so they won the game. Last and certainly not least, we're talking about Sean McVay, the best coach in the NFL. And the reason why I call him the best coach in the NFL is just look at his resume. He's been coaching for 5 seasons. He's 55-26, meaning he's won more than almost 70% of his games. Offensive yards rank average for all of his seasons is 7.8. Offensive points rank 8.4. The defensive ranks are a little bit lower at 13, but 13 is still top half of the league on average every year, including a first place in both yards and points in 2020. 7-3 playoff record. 4 of that was last year, but still, he's made the playoffs 4 of the 5 seasons he's been in the league, and he's 7-3 in the playoffs. 70% winning percentage once again. These are Tom Brady-esque numbers. By this rate, if he's a coach for 20 years, he'll have 7 Super Bowl rings. But still, very, very strong resume so far, and I think that with the addition of Bobby Wagner, it's going to make it that much easier for him to really get his defense up to snuff with the offense and really get this to be the most dominant team in the league for the whole season, not just the playoffs. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.